Well, hello there, everyone. It is John C. Morley here, serial entrepreneur. It's great to be with you on the Inspirations for Your Life show. It's a Saturday, and that Saturday means that we're starting a brand new master topic. Hello, everyone. If this is your very first time joining me, I want to take the opportunity to say thank you. And I want to say the words welcome. You're always welcome here on any of my shows and my content that I produce. If you've been here one time, 5 times, 10 times, or maybe 100 times or more, I want to take the opportunity to say thank you, but I also want to say something else to you, and that is welcome back. It's always great to have people that enjoy the quality and content of the show and education I put together. If you're thirsty or hungry, feel free to go grab something. I have an RO water here with a delicious fresh lemon. Really delicious. All right, guys, if you haven't checked out believemeachieve.com, check that out after the show is over. All right. Without any further ado, let's get into the show. All right. So, again, a big warm welcome to everyone here. I really do appreciate that. If you can hear my voice right now, understand this clearly: your life is not random, it is constructed. Every result you have today is a reflection of what you have been consistently doing, your habits, your decisions, and your standards. So the real question is not why your life is the way it is. No, the real question is what patterns created it. Welcome to Build Your Life with Discipline, Growth, and Ownership. That's what this week's about. Season 5, Series 5, Show 23, Episode number 1. This is not motivation, guys. This is execution. All right. We're beyond that. And my name, for those of you who don't know me, I'm John C. Morley. I'm a serial entrepreneur, engineer, marketing specialist, video producer, podcast host, coach, keynote speaker, graduate student. Yes, a passionate, lifelong learner, and so grateful to now be a published author. I have built, failed, rebuilt, and pushed forward when stopping would have been much easier to do. Everything I share is grounded in real world execution because, ladies and gentlemen, success is not about what you know, it's about what you consistently do with that knowledge. So today's focus, being that today is Saturday, it is, as I said, basically Series 5, Show 23, Episode 1. The first thing I want to talk about is foundation, self awareness, and starting strong. If your foundation is weak, everything you build will eventually crumble and break. So today, we need to build it right the first time. I think that's the first important thing. So know your current habits. Take a real look at your daily actions. What you repeatedly do shapes your outcomes more than the intentions ever will. Your intentions are good, guys, don't get me wrong, but they're not what gets you to take the action. They're only one part of the equation. So I think that's an important thing to actually understand for all of us. Number two is this: accept where you are right now. I know that's hard for a lot of people. I want to be here. I want to be there. I want that new car, right? Stop avoiding reality. It's here. Honest acceptance gives you a clear and powerful starting point. That's it. Acknowledge where you are right now at this point in time. You may not like where you are right now, but that's okay. Just acknowledge it because when you acknowledge it, you can move forward. Number 3, define who you want to be. Get specific about your identity. Clarity here drives every decision you make. So, as I've said before, if you fail to plan, then you have planned to fail. Number 4, guys, take full ownership. Your results belong to who? You. When you own them, you gain the power to change them, but you have to own them. That's the key. Number 5, let's stop making the excuses. Drop that immediately. Excuses may feel comfortable and easygoing, but they just block your progress and cause more procrastination. And as I said, delay results and give you more reasons to say, this is never going to happen. Stop that. Number 6, audit your time. Honestly, guys, track where your time goes. Your calendar tells the truth about your priorities. And when you look at your calendar and you can say, gee, I did this. And that's why using a digital calendar is a great way to do this, because you can see what you did during the day. Say, gee, my day was very productive, right? Very productive. Number 7, identify energy drains. Remove or reduce anything that consistently leaves you tired, distracted, or unfocused. And I think a lot of times we push through, but we don't realize what's draining us every day. We don't understand what's draining us. And if now we know what's draining us, then we could say, okay, this makes sense in our lives. Okay. This makes sense. This makes sense. But a lot of times, that won't happen. It never happens overnight. Okay. So we have to be vigilant about what we're doing. We need to be aware of what we're doing. Number 8, clarify your priorities. Focus on what truly matters. Trying to do everything will just keep you stuck and eventually will burn you out. So we need to have that understanding. We need to see what's going on. And when we see that, we can say, oh, wait a minute, this is what's causing this result. So I can change this. Number 9, make the decision now to set one clear goal. Choose a single meaningful objective to direct your effort and keep your attention focused on it. Like a laser beam, folks. I want your attention drawn to it like a laser beam. That precise. Number 10, write it down. Putting your goal in writing makes it tangible and increases commitment. Yeah. So our brain, right, can comprehend it. But when we have our hand writing it, now we're transferring it into our nervous system this way because our fingers, they're sensing it. And that can be encoded into our brain even more deeply. Number 11, guys, commit publicly or privately. Create accountability, regardless of what it is. Whether it's shared or it's personal, commitment drives follow through. A lot of people I know say, oh, you know what? I'll commit later. Well, why are you going to commit now? Oh, I don't know. I'll do it later. But why are you going to do it later? That's my question. Why not do it now? Do it now. Number 12, guys, start before you feel ready. I know a lot of us say, this happened with my book a while back. Oh, John, I'm not ready to write the book yet. I wasn't ready to write Trained and Driven. I kept coming down, going back, going forth, and I kept procrastinating. Then I played the game of outlining. Okay? And I was outlining for a long time. I'm like, wait a minute, I'm not writing them. I'm procrastinating. But I recognized the fact that I wasn't making progress. I just kept taking so much time to outline. I said, let me stop outlining. All right. I've got enough done. Let me start writing the book. Number 12, guys. Start before you feel ready and waiting for the perfect moment. Because, guys, there is no perfect moment. And this, by waiting, causes inaction, procrastination. Action creates confidence. Action creates confidence. Number 13, focus on the progress, not the perfection. Focus on the progress, not perfection. Progress builds momentum. Perfection will always slow you down. I'm not saying you don't want to get better at it, but what I want to tell you is you don't want to keep holding yourself back. Okay? I think that's an important thing to note. That's important to know, that you don't want to have yourself held back. If you do, you're going to keep regretting, why is this going this way? Right? And then you're going to make excuses saying, oh, it's okay that it's happening this way because, you know what, I'm just not ready. It's not the right time. Stop it. Stop it. Stop it. Stop it. You're believing the garbage you're telling yourself. And that's giving you license, in a bad way, to basically not do anything. To not do anything. And that's the biggest problem people have, is that they fall into the trap of not doing anything because they think it's okay to not do anything, right? If I can make an excuse to say, you know what, it's okay for me to not do anything, then suddenly I guess it's okay to just not do anything because now I've got a reason to why I don't have to do anything. I think that's important to know. Very important to know. Number 14, guys, build a simple routine. Keep your system easy to follow so you can stay consistent over time. What did I do? I wrote my stuff down on paper and then I crossed it. But then I realized after a while that was good. But I noticed that I was putting a lot of time into, writing things down. It was a very good start, but now I've done it digitally. And so now I can have it on my calendar repeating automatically certain things I have to do every day or certain weeks, certain articles, certain blogs. They pop up, and when I cross them off, bam, they're done. Certain posts I need to get done myself. They're on my calendar. Keep it easy to follow so you can stay consistent. And when you cross it off either on the piece of paper or you check the task off in your Google or electronic calendar, you're going to feel good about it. You're going to feel good about it. And I think that's a very important thing for us to know, that when you feel good about it, it's like you want to do more of that. You want to do more of that. Number 15, guys, just remove those distractions. Remove them. Limit the interruptions that pull you away. Silencing your cell phone, putting it on vibe, right? Limit the interruptions that pull you away from meaningful work, meaningful experiences, meaningful connections. I think sometimes, we get impatient because we want something to traverse, but because it hasn't, we're like, okay, let me just fuddle with this pen, or, let me fuddle with this over here, or this piece of tape, or this sticker, or this banner, or maybe even this little keychain with a little light on it, right? Let me do those things. Okay, let me do those things. And then we get upset with ourselves because we haven't progressed. In fact, we've either not gone forward or we've regressed. We've actually gone backwards. That's a weird thing, right? But we go backwards when we change our beliefs. Okay? We go backwards when we change our beliefs. It's important, guys. Number 16, control your environment. Shape your surroundings so they support your goals. Instead of working against you, they're going to work with you. But too many people say, oh, I don't have control. But yes, you do. You have the power. You have the ability to change your environment. Maybe it's clearing your desk. Maybe it's making your environment quieter, right? Maybe it's having a less cluttered desk, right? You have more power than you think you have. You're good at making excuses. And one thing I've learned is that once you get in the habit of making excuses, you just keep making, like, well, this is why I'm not successful. Anybody can make excuses, right? That's a poor thing. Don't make excuses. Number 17, track your actions. Measure what you do so you can improve it consistently. Ladies and gentlemen, what we can't measure, we cannot change. What we can't measure, we cannot change. What we can't measure, we cannot change. So we need to be able to measure things, right? That goes for lots of stuff, whether it's marketing, advertising, technology. What I did I make it better? Did it improve? Did it get worse? Did it stay the same? Number 18, learn, guys, from yesterday. Reflect on what worked and what did not, then adjust. So if you had a bad experience yesterday, I get that. Don't harp on that experience. Harp on what you learned. I learned that I can't do this stuff quickly, or my desk's going to be all lopsided. Or I learned that when, I do the answers quickly, I don't learn. I might get the homework right, but I really don't own and learn the material. Reflect on what worked and what did not, and then pivot, adjust. I'm not saying to completely revamp, just pivot a little bit. A lot of times you're very close to success. It's just that You need to pivot just a tiny bit. And by going at that pace, you will reach your goals. That's important, guys. Number 19. I talk about this one all the time. Stay present, be aware. Focus on what you are doing right now. Not 5 minutes ago, not a minute ago, not an hour ago, not a week ago, not a month ago, not a year ago. Not what you're going to be doing in 5 minutes later or 10 minutes later, or an hour later. Stay present and focus on what you are doing right now at this given moment. Ladies and gentlemen, that is where results are created. That's where they're created. I think some people, they don't understand that now means something very valuable. Now means something very valuable. Now means to own the present moment. To be aware of things you hear, you see, you touch, you taste, you smell. Even the proprioception position of your body. Right? We've talked about that before. Number 20. Avoid comparison. Your journey is your own. Comparing yourself to others will weaken focus, and it's also going to lower your confidence level. Everyone grows at a different level, right? And there's nothing wrong with that. Some people find things out later on in life, right? I think that's an important thing to notice, is that they do things later on in life. And so when you recognize that, you're going to be like, oh, wait a minute. Now I get this. Now I understand. All right. Number 21. This is a hard one. You ready? Be honest with yourself. Let me say that again. It's so easy, but yet people don't want to do this. Be honest with yourself. Be honest with yourself. Truth builds awareness, guys. And awareness creates change. So truth builds awareness. Okay? Awareness also builds truth, by the way. And that awareness will create a change in us. How we operate, how we learn, how we experience life. Okay? Number 22. Choose discipline over comfort. I know we all want comfort. I get that, right? But I think it's important to understand what it means when I say this. And what I'm coming into is the point of everyone wants things to be comfort and easy, right? Comfortable, I should say. But growth comes from what is necessary, not what is easy. I said before, guys, the success comes from where things get difficult, where things get a little bit uncomfortable. We have to practice getting comfortable being uncomfortable. Okay? Growth comes from doing what is necessary, not what's easy. And that's what a lot of people don't do, because like, oh, I don't want to do that. It's hard. It's uncomfortable. I get it. Okay? That's important to understand. That's important to note, that when you understand this thing, your life will take a different turn. It will take a different turn. And that turn that it takes might just surprise you. You might think it's going to happen all at once, but I'm here to tell you that it doesn't happen all at once. It doesn't happen all at once. And there is a very good reason for that. It's because our internal world, right, might be one place. Then our external world might have to catch up with it, might have to sync with it. So that's a challenge for some people. Like, I'm sensing this, I'm feeling this, but it's not in the outside world yet. That's okay. It will show up, I promise you. But there can be a delay to the internal and the external. Number 23. keep your promises to yourself. You don't need to promise anybody about what you're doing. Every kept promise that you make to yourself and others will build confidence and self-respect. You promise yourself you're going to do something, you do it. You don't let yourself down. Your body's like, okay, you're treating me right. I'm going to keep performing for you, right? But I think a lot of people just don't get the fact of it's okay to just, disappoint ourselves. It's okay to disappoint ourselves. It's not. And I think if we understand that, people will be better. And I say this to you because it's an awareness that you need to have in life. And that awareness will change how you respond, including the actions that you take or not take, right? Because not reacting is reacting, right? Number 24, guys, reduce overthinking. I know we all want to overthink. Reduce it, okay? Take action. Clarity comes from doing, not just thinking. Like when I was doing my book, right? I could have been outlining for days, for months, even years. I'm like, this isn't going anywhere. I need to stop procrastinating. I need to stop outlining because it's not going anywhere. It's just wasting my time. And it was robbing my time. I'm like, I recognized it after a few days. I'm like, okay, this is not working. Number 25, start small, guys, but start now. Small, consistent actions lead to long-term success. They don't have to be big actions. They need to be consistent. They need to be consistent. When we have consistency and we have structure, we get success. C plus S equals success. C plus S equals success. Consistency plus structure equals success. Many people have, let's say, a structure, but they're not consistent, right? They'll work out and they have the structure, but they might do it this week, maybe next week, maybe the following week. Some people will do it every day, but they won't have a structure in how they work out. Okay. Number 26, momentum is key. So build it early. Early wins create energy and make it easier to continue. When we start early, our mind and body is like, okay, I get this now. This makes a lot of sense. I'm laying a foundation that I didn't have before. I'm laying a foundation I did not have before. Number 27, guys, show up consistently. Consistency creates results. Even when your motivation fades, your motivation is going to fade. Okay. It's your discipline that's going to keep your consistency and structure together. Okay. Motivation will wane and fade back and forth, but you've got to have the discipline to do it even when you don't want to. It's cold outside. You still got to take that exercise even when you don't want to. Number 28, guys, accept discomfort. Discomfort is part of growth. Don't try to go around it or avoid it or look for a shortcut. Use it as the tool that it is to teach you how to be better. Number 29, stay grounded. Keep your focus steady and avoid unnecessary chaos or distractions. I have found that when distractions are in your life, there's lots of chaos. When you are calm, clear, and collected, you may appear to move slower, but you actually are faster because you don't make mistakes. That's a very important thing. And I think a lot of people just feel that I need to get things done fast, but then they don't realize how many things they did wrong. You've probably been on a job before where you were training somebody how to do something, and then suddenly you left, you came back, and they got it done twice as fast as you, and you're like, "Oh, that's great." And you look, I'm like, "Oh, wait a minute. These aren't done right. This isn't done right." And before you know it, like every other one's not done right, and they did 100 things. Like, oh my gosh, I got to go back and do 50 things over again because these weren't done right. Number 30, guys. End the day with reflection. Review your actions, learn from them, and prepare to improve tomorrow. No one says you need to be perfect, but what I am saying is that you need to be aware of what's happening in your life and think about how you can do that again later better. It's not to beat yourself up, it's to learn how these little changes can make you better. Ladies and gentlemen, this is your foundation, not ideas, not theory. It's pure execution. That's an important one, guys. It's not just ideas that are just coming to me that I'm sharing with you. It's not theory. It's how I've lived. It's how I've learned. But I didn't get that the first time I did it. Okay? You, ladies and gentlemen, do not need more information. You might think you do. You don't. What you need is this. You need to act on what you already know. Let me say that again. You need to act on what you already know. You need to act on what you already know, because your next level is built upon what you do next. The foundation later will fall if you don't keep it steady and structured. Not later, guys. Now. No procrastination, no excuses, no waiting. Act now. Ladies and gentlemen, I am John C. Morley, serial entrepreneur, engineer, marketing specialist, video producer, podcast host, coach, graduate student, passionate lifelong learner, grateful published author. And this is building your life with discipline, growth, and ownership this week. Let's get to work, guys, right now. Have yourself a good one, everyone. I'll catch you real soon, and be well.